Welcome back, everyone, to this week's episode of the Fresh Squeeze podcast. I'm your host, Justin, here with my co-host, Jeremy, and we are here to deliver you a conversation on a great food item.
It's about to get spicy in here, everybody.
I don't know how else to describe it, but, it's the chicken wing. We're going to talk all about chicken wing, buffalo wing, whatever you want to call it.
We're gonna talk about all things chicken wings.
Because it ain't no thing but a chicken wang.
Mm-hmm.
We could throw out all kinds of wordplay here. But so we thought this would be a nice, meaty episode. Just because you think it's just chicken wing. What is there to talk about? But there's so many different layers of...
It's like an onion. Onions have layers. There's layers to a chicken wing, okay?
Yeah, basically. So, we thought we'd talk about some of the best national restaurants, regional restaurants you can get some good chicken wings from. Talk about our pros and cons of those. And then talk about some other things like flavors, styles, all kinds of things to talk about.
Best compliment of chicken wings?
Yeah, what complements it, So, I guess we'll get into it. When everybody thinks of I looked it up, there actually isn't that many, chicken wing focused national restaurants.
Yeah.
Obviously, everybody thinks of Buffalo Wild Wing.
That's probably the most prevalent.
Which we frequently.
Yep.
We went there, we either go there or get it takeout.
Yeah.
So,
either.
We got some a few weeks ago. And then most recently, we also got Wingstop, which I'm not sure if that was our first time or...
I think that was our first time. I don't remember if we had it before. And if we did, it was too long ago for me to remember.
Right. So that's the only time I can remember getting it. So now we can compare those two. And I feel like those are pretty much the only, national chains.
Those
places.
are, at least some of the top dogs, you know? So...
of course, every town has its
local
places.
Their local, wing place that everybody says is the best.
Yeah,
but
and then there's some places like pizza places or just regular diners that serve wings, but they don't specialize in that.
Yeah.
Because there's Pizza Hut has, what do they call it? Wing Street.
Yeah.
I didn't put that down, but I forgot about that. And some other pizzas have that, but. So, we just want to start at the top, and we'll talk about what we like.
Let's do it.
So, B-dubs. Buffalo
BW3s.
Whatever you want to call it. I feel like not only do they have the monopoly on it, they're kind of the standard for restaurant wings.
I mean, realistically, I feel like you just can't go wrong with Buffalo Wild Wings, Because, I mean, realistically, whether you want wings or something else, they've got you covered in all categories. Plus, they've got tons of sauces.
They probably have the most sauce choices. They probably have, 15, 20?
I'd say at least 20 sauces.
Because I think Wingstop said they have 11 sauces.
Yeah. They range from, just a light barbecue or garlic to all the way to their, what's Buffalo Wild Wings, their top sauce?
Is it Blazin'?
It's Blazin', yeah, Blazin' sauce. So
their wide array of categories really lays out a nice continuation of going from...
We got a sauce catalog.
You got the sauce catalog and you got the sauce meter.
Yeah.
So I like it when they have a sauce meter and you can look at heat levels or flavor levels.
I like it when it's side by side where it'll tell you the level of the flavor it has plus the heat.
Mm-hmm.
Then you kind of gauge maybe I want a little bit more heat and a little less flavor, or maybe I want maybe I want a lot of flavor, but just a speck of heat, and then you can kind of gauge on the chart.
Yeah, I definitely think they have the best range of choices and kind of, I guess, original flavors. Mm-hmm. I think some of our conversation, I remember last year we did have a spicy food episode.
Yeah,
and I think we did talk about wings a little bit.
Yeah,
so some of that's just going to come back into play here in the conversation. Just as a refresher, but
So when you go to Buffalo Wild Wings, Justin, what's your go-to?
Well, last time we went there, I've got sauces that are just absolute classics for
Mm-hmm.
me. I like to branch out sometimes, but usually I know what I like.
Yeah.
Nowadays I like some heat, some spice. I'm not as into it as maybe I used to be or as you are. I do appreciate a mild or medium
Mm-hmm.
the spice or
Classic.
just regular hot sauce buffalo. So maybe go for a mild. If I don't go for a mild, I'll throw in like a honey barbecue.
Uh-huh.
And lately, I've really been vibing with the Parmesan garlic.
Or garlic parmesan.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Its name escaped me for a second,
Yeah.
but I got it. So Parmesan garlic, yeah.
Garlic
Garlic
parmesan.
Parmesan?
Yes.
Is
I'm
that-
pretty sure that's what it's called. It just sounds weird saying parmesan garlic.
Okay, well, it's one of those two.
We call it a GP.
Yeah, GP.
Yeah.
I like myself a GP.
Come on. Only the cool kids call them GPs, you
No.
know?
I like, and I actually we'll talk about Wingstops in a second, but so I could compare the two.
Well, I got to talk about my go-to.
Yeah. You want me to do comparisons, or we want to do that after we talk
Well,
about
let me do my go-to first.
it? Okay.
So, my go-to, and surprisingly, this has kind of been my go-to for a long time. You know, a lot of places, I feel like my order at certain places has changed over the years, but this is one of the few places where I feel like my order has stayed pretty consistent throughout the years. So,
Kind of like your Subway order.
kind of just like my Subway order, you know it. Okay, but so like Justin said, my go-to Buffalo Wild Wings order is a little bit more on the spicy side. My main go-to, like 9 times out of 10, what I'm gonna get is the mango habanero, which, it's like it's like third from the top of the hottest sauces.
So pretty hot.
But, and see, most people would be like, why are you getting the spiciest sauce? But this goes all the way back to our spice episode when I talk about dumb heat
Yeah.
versus just like flavor heat, because I feel like the
Yeah.
mango habanero is just a greatly crafted sauce, because let's be honest, yes, it is extremely hot. Like, it's pretty hot. Like, I'm gonna eat some of those and I'm gonna be like, dang, chief, these things are really hitting right now.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, that's when, because like habanero by itself, I feel like it has flavor, but it's not enough, you know?
Right.
Because like jalapenos, I think have better flavor, obviously, whereas obviously habaneros are more spicy. But that's when you bring in the mango aspect, because you kind of get kicked in the butt by this heat, okay?
Yeah.
But then this like really nice mango fruit flavor comes in, and it just makes a great combo. So, and I mean, as long as you got some ranch or some carrots to, or dip the wing in there, you'll be set. You'll be good to go.
I've really come around to the dipping in the wings and
I
ranch.
remember years ago, I used to be so turned away by it. I was like, how dare you dip that wing in ranch, But now I'm like, it ain't half bad,
Yeah.
Because I mean, I would still every once in a while, if I really needed it, dip like a carrot in the ranch or something. If I used to be like, ugh, I can't believe I have to do this to myself, But now I'm like, yo, I want these wings, but I want the ranch just as bad,
Yeah. I'm still not letting it touch blue cheese though.
No, ain't nobody touching the blue cheese with my wings, okay? But
the other day we got like multiple things of ranch, but then we forgot to use them.
yeah, well, because those weren't really as
They weren't
hot,
really
so I
that
didn't really
hot.
think about it.
Yeah.
And I really only use the ranch when it's hot, If it's not hot, I kind of just forget, because I get lost in the sauce,
Yeah.
But so if I don't do mango habanero, usually I still do on the spicy side, but I take it a couple notches down. I usually maybe do like Asian zing or something like that, because that's also really just kind of like sweet and spicy type flavor.
See,
So,
with both of those choices, although they may have high spice factors,
Yeah.
you really know how to work in the flavor factors
yeah,
with those.
definitely.
So yeah, I can appreciate that. I can try maybe one of those
Uh-huh.
and enjoy it. I just don't want to eat 10 of them. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, right on. Anything else about? Well, I guess we should talk about. Let's just talk about Wingstop, and we'll probably keep going back and forth about
Mhm,
these things. I do think B-Dubs has like, they have really nice chicken forms. I guess.
Yeah. I feel like the quality of the chicken is high.
Yeah. It's a nice.
It's not super fatty.
It's
You know,
it's
and
not processed looking really, at least to
Yeah.
me. It's nice, thick,
you
meaty
know,
chicken.
Meaty chicken. You know.
Especially, I prefer to get the boneless
Yeah.
chunks,
Mhm.
so you get more meat out of it, and it's easier
That's
to
what I'm
eat.
saying.
So we'll talk about our preferences in a little bit,
Uh-huh.
but so in turn, Wingstop, we didn't know what to expect from, but I was very impressed.
I was definitely. I'm not gonna say I was surprised because I wasn't expecting it. You know, it's not like I was expecting it to be bad, but I was just like, oh, this is good. You know.
It may have even been bigger chicken chunks, I think, if not the same size.
Pretty close, I'd say.
They were not small, that's for sure.
Definitely not. Yeah, because
Nice sizable chunks.
just recently, I picked up for us on the way home one day the 25 wing bundle from Wingstop.
The
The big night in.
big night in pack.
The big night in bundle.
Boy, was it.
We had a big night in. That's all I can say. But
Split it across
so,
3
yep,
flavors.
25 sauces. You get so you get 8, 8, and 9.
Yeah.
So that's how they split it up. So you get 3 different sauces, 3 ranches. So
Yeah,
and it was like $20.
Yeah,
It was a great deal.
great deal.
So we got barbecue, right?
Yeah.
We got a GP, a garlic parmesan,
GP, yeah.
and then so what we did was, since there's 3 sauces, I said, well, how about let's both pick one sauce that we want. Like, I'll pick one sauce I want, you pick one sauce you want, and then we agreed on the third sauce.
It had a nice compromise. Yeah.
So Justin's choice was the garlic parmesan. My choice was the Korean spice. And then that's when we agreed on the barbecue.
Right.
So
So it worked out.
Yeah.
Great. And I liked all 3 of them.
yeah, and the garlic parmesan was like a dry rub sauce.
Yeah.
And then
which was unexpected, but I
really,
still,
because there was like you could almost like taste the cheese, like the parmesan that was
yeah,
sprinkled on
it was like, a
Hand
sprinkle that
tossed,
they put
you know?
on it.
Yeah. And then the barbecue and the Korean spice were both what they called wet sauces.
Yeah.
So
I had a couple of the Korean ones.
they were
What
good.
you thought
They
about
I didn't
that?
even think
Yeah.
they were even that spicy. Like I said, I didn't even use the ranch, but
See,
there was
that's my type of spicy.
there was still enough kick where you could be like, if you're not used to it or not expecting, you'd be like, oh, there's a little spice there. But it was perfectly backed up with the rest of the flavor, you know. So
Yeah, and a good classic honey barbecue. And then yeah, I think the thing that had the most thing to talk about was the GP, the garlic parmesan.
Yeah.
Is with, like we said, it was a dry rub spice with kind of a seasoning on it, versus Wild Wings. It's a more of a buttery sauce.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Because is that what you got when we went to Buffalo Wild Wings like a couple weeks ago?
yeah,
That's what I thought. Okay.
yeah, it's a slightly wetter buttery
Yeah,
sauce.
because to no surprise, Justin got garlic parmesan and I got manual habanero. So
I'm not trying to make it my standard, but I guess it is.
hey,
But
sometimes it becomes the standard.
so yeah, I guess when I think of it, I'm used to the wet butter sauce, but I welcome the other ones, so I liked both of them. So just depending on which one you really lean towards, now. But if you're willing to try both, go for both.
I think both were great.
Yeah.
Both great entries in the wing book. Okay.
Yeah. So, from both those places, I don't think I've ever really been disappointed by.
No, I don't think I've ever had a
wing.
bad wing.
So,
So
at least those 2 places. One other well-known place I could think of that we've gotten them from is Marco's Pizza. So that's your typical pizza joint wing.
yeah. I think you can still get them boneless or bone in, right?
Yeah.
I know we don't get them often from Marco's, but do we usually get boneless or do we usually get bone in?
I think we've gotten boneless before.
Yeah, I think we just get both when we do Marco's. But
So yeah, that's a nice, if you want to spice up your pizza entree. That's a great option. Which
Yeah.
I'm open to sometimes.
I feel like I don't have too much to say about Marco's. I feel like they're kind of middle of the road wings, you
Yeah.
know.
But not bad at all.
No, they're not bad, but they're also
It's
they're not.
It's not their specialty.
No.
So but it's a nice add-on.
It's not called Marco's Wings. It's called Marco's Pizza.
Nope. Yeah.
You know?
So nothing wrong with a wing add-on. And wanted, like we said, always got a shout out for the local places.
Yeah.
Because we got a place called Wing Station around here.
Yeah, we do.
Which when we don't want to go very far, we just go down the street. They got some quality.
Yeah, I'd say their wings are probably better than Marco's.
Yeah.
I don't remember 100%. We haven't had it in a little bit, but
No, we've had them more than the Marco's wings.
oh,
though.
definitely. So I'd say they're yeah. Now I don't remember what I'd get from there since I don't have their sauce catalog memorized, but
Yeah, but
it's
they
probably along the same lines as the other stuff. That
they
we
have
get.
like three hot levels, I think.
Do they? I don't remember.
Barbecue, at least they have at least 4.
It's probably like barbecue hot in Buffalo or like
yeah.
typical stuff like that.
So yeah, for local places, I
Mhm.
like I support local business.
Yeah. Now another local business that we ate at Wings for a long time. That's Local Time.
Yes. Yeah, another
Local restaurant.
Mhm.
Yeah, they have.
I didn't even think of that.
They have
yeah.
great wings. I would even get when we would go there. I would even get mango habanero there, and they have. Low-key, I think they probably have the best local wings. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. Okay.
Only because we ate there for a few years, you know.
It's also been a little while, so I didn't think of it. But yeah. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
For
That's
sure.
kind of like one of the first things I thought of when I thought of local places. I actually forgot about Wing Station, even though it's in town.
Well, see, we both thought of different ones.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Yeah, I don't know what I prefer. Like, I really like the idea of the unbranded local wing, but I also like the go-to of B-dubs.
Let's be honest.
So.
Are you a homegrown wing or a corporate wing man?
That's what I'm saying.
Let's be honest. Sometimes there's nothing wrong with corporate wings.
Yeah.
Because they've got it down to a science, you know?
Those are scientific
Buffalo
wings.
Wild Wings, let's be honest, it's a corporate wing, but it's a perfectly crafted corporate wing.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm here to be a little corpo on the wing sometimes.
Like, I don't know if you've seen this. Now, it's still related to food, but I thought it was hilarious that, speaking of, like, corporate food, you could say, I saw this thing, and it's probably pretty true, that realistically, the McDonald's burger is probably the most scientifically,
right.
like researched, food of all time.
It has to do with, specific taste and smell.
Yeah, because it's a corporate food, so not that...
Oh, it's heavily researched.
Yeah, not that McDonald's burger is the best thing of all time, but same thing goes with Buffalo Wild Wings. Obviously they've put some time into their wings, and I feel like they've done a pretty good job. But at the same time, like I said, homegrown wings, you can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong with them.
You can't go wrong.
But I also just like our corporate go-tos.
Yeah.
So.
Now, something I feel like is kind of on the lower end, just because it's kind of what you pay for, is the frozen store-bought wings.
Right.
I
yeah,
I feel like those are pretty. I'm not gonna be like, oh, those are mid, but I mean,
it's what you expect. It's a frozen.
It's a frozen wing that you're
microwave wing.
Yeah.
So
because we just had those some of the other day, and I was just like, not that they were bad, but I was just like, these are all right. They're fine.
Yeah.
So
because they were bone-in buffalo wings.
Yeah. I'm real. I didn't really taste any heat at all.
There wasn't much sauce on it at all.
No.
So.
But.
But there was chicken on it.
There was chicken, and it was in wing form, so I ate it. So.
Yeah. I gotta say, the two standouts for us, B-dubs and Wingstop is still at the top of the national game.
Definitely.
I will now have any of those anytime.
Any day of the week.
Because. Yeah. So yeah, we want to get into some more nitty gritties about the wing preferences.
Let's get messy. All
right. So we want to talk about. Well, we kind of talked about sauces.
Yeah, but, we can. If you want, we can move on to probably one of the biggest debates in this food topic.
Yeah, we can bring sauces back if we want, but when it comes to the traditional chicken wing. Bone-in, the big debate of, do you like the drums or do you like the flats?
See, I feel like both sides have their pros and cons. I mean, if there is a plate or a bowl of wings in front of me, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna grab the drum every time.
Oh, okay.
Like, I don't know. There's just something like the look of a drum and just like I don't know. There's just something classic and just like just special. And then just just eating a drum. You got this nice like thick juicy drum and you just bite in. Especially if we're talking bone in obviously. You just bite into that thing. There's just rich meat. Just like it's just great.
Yeah, I was feeling on the fence about him, but until you described it like that, I can appreciate the drum.
Now, I know there's very pro-flat people out
Yeah,
there.
I was actually going to come out by defending flats first.
Uh-huh. But I came in with some heaters, and you weren't prepared for that.
I wasn't prepared for that somewhat passionate of a description.
Yeah.
But with flats, I feel like they're so much straightforward. There might not be as much meat on them.
I feel like drums are more fun to eat.
Yeah.
Because you know what I always find is whenever I eat a flat, I bite it, I get all the meat off, but then there's always that little bit stuck in the middle and between the bones, and you either gotta like push it through with your tongue and like bite it out, or like I usually like stick a finger and push it out and bite it, and I just feel like there's less work and just more enjoyment in eating a drum.
Okay.
Because it's straightforward. You just gnaw around the bone until all the meat is gone.
Wow. I didn't come prepared for this. Obviously, I guess I'm pro drum.
I'm always prepared. At any time.
You persuaded me to be pro drum.
I'm glad.
I was gonna say that I like just the simplicity and the form factor of the flat.
The chicken wing form factor. But like it's about enjoyment for me.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
That was a very valid argument. If we have any super pro flatters out there, voice your mind.
Yeah. Speak up. Don't let me put you down.
But I feel like the one that we honestly feel the most passionate about is the choice between bone-in and boneless.
Now, I'm going to be 100% frank right now.
No,
and I'm not talking dogs, okay?
This is probably where we're going to offend some people.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest. Like I said, same thing with drums or flats. If there is two bowls in front of me, one has bone-in and one has boneless, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna grab a fork and go for the boneless. Okay,
bro. I'm going
now. I
full
feel like
fork
I feel like this
boneless.
does contradict every single thing I just said about drums.
Yeah,
because I said it was just such an enjoyment. But while that is true, I'm gonna tell you right now, if we're talking about ease of access, boneless is the most carefree and simple wing eating time.
Obviously,
because so first of all, you get more meat with your chicken wing.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's a whole 100% chunk of wing, not with a bone in. You can't eat the bone. If you do, what are you doing?
And you gotta make it clear, if you're not a frequent of the boneless, this ain't no chicken nugget.
No, this isn't a 4-piece McNugget from McDonald's. This is a large chunk of juicy and sauced chicken. Okay. Yeah. It's like 3 chicken nugget, like 5 chicken. You could put a whole six piece nugget meal in one chunk. Okay?
For sure, yeah. No, this is still very substantial choice here.
And 1, you get more meat. 2, it's less messy because you're not trying to grab, because you got all this sauce on your fingers, and you're not trying to grab your drink with your palms.
That's the worst
and
part.
Try to balance it and take a sip because your mouth's on fire. You know what? You just set down your fork, you take a sip, then your fingers aren't all grubby and on fire, especially if you have hot wings.
I hear you. And
then, you don't got to worry about just sauce getting everywhere because you're just going absolutely feral on this chicken wing,
So don't want to be sucking any marrow out of that.
Don't suck the marrow out of the bone.
If you suck the marrow, don't come to dinner with me.
Yeah, if you suck the marrow, sit on across the room at a different table, okay?
So, without a shadow of a doubt, nowadays very pro boneless.
I'm very pro boneless.
Like, get Steve Aoki up in here.
Yes.
That's the theme song.
But I mean, there's probably some other things. That's all I can think about right now.
So if you're a very traditional bone-in, just do yourself a favor and just order boneless next time. Don't feel bad about it. just enjoy the experience.
See, but I still gotta make. But even though I'm very pro boneless, I am not against bone in at all.
No,
if I go
no.
somewhere and that's all,
And that's all they have.
and I'm gonna be like, well, sweet, we got wings. Because at the end of the day, a wing's a wing. Okay,
Yeah.
whether you like boneless or bone in, I'm gonna be happy either way.
It just needs to be a quality one.
It just needs to be a good one. I don't want to bite in there and have 6 feet of fat. And I'm like, I'm trying to like chew through at the same time.
That's the only
So-
thing. Obviously, the bone in is more of the pure form, so there's going to be more fats and
Yeah.
tendons and whatnot. But,
So.
yeah. Okay, nice.
Mhm.
That's all we gotta say about that.
That's all we gotta say for the boneless and bone in debate.
And another thing, like with the ease of eating, you don't have to focus on it so much.
No.
You just go for it.
I feel like it's a conversation food. You eat and you're at Buffalo Wild Wings with the boys. You can eat and still talk at the same time. You don't get to be like, oh, hold on, let me take this chicken wing out of my mouth and wipe my hands 6 times.
Yeah, it saves you a bit of dignity in your eating experience.
You don't have to walk across the restaurant with your crab hand sticking out and going to the bathroom to wash your fingers off.
So yeah, that's just all around a more likable experience.
Yeah.
So, but if you go out to get wings, sometimes that's not enough. You got to get a whole meal aside with it.
And there's some sides that are classic, and some sides I just probably wouldn't get with wings, but I feel like they would just it's not the mood.
So like for me, my personal go-to dish, if they have it, is, at least at Buffalo Wild Wings. Last time we went, I wanted to get onion rings.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like onion rings are already a special type of side. Not everybody has them. And when you see them, you'll be like, oh, you don't just have fries? You got onion rings? I'll get those. So I think it's a nice crispy side dish to get with it.
Yeah.
You got the breaded chicken, and then you got the fried onion rings.
I feel like you really can't go wrong with onion rings or fries. Those are just, classics.
So I was pretty disappointed last time when they said that they were out of onion rings.
Oh, yeah.
I was about to fall out of my chair. So I had to settle for tots.
Yeah.
Which is...
Was that when we were at Buffalo Wild Wings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was awestruck.
No, I remember that. Now, this last time that we were at Buffalo Wild Wings, I had a side with wings that I don't think I've ever had, and it was a pleasant surprise, okay? So not only with my mango habanero boneless wings, I had cheese curds at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh,
You
that's
remember
right.
that?
Yeah.
So when the waitress comes back and gives us our food, I get my wings, but then she also hands me this, this tray of all these golden brown little cheese curds, and then this like super good, like, I don't know if it was some sort of like chipotle sauce or something, but it was terrific. It was great.
If I tried one, I don't remember how they were.
They were so good.
But...
I can taste the sauce right now. Okay, it was so good. You eat your wings and you eat a few, and they're just little things. There was probably like a bunch of them from all sorts of different sizes. You just eat a wing or two. Pop a few cheese curds and the dip it in your mouth. It was great. It just sealed the deal for me.
Yeah, that sounds good. For me, just at that time, the tots just weren't doing it for me. But that's why I had the main course.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
But of course, you can't go wrong with a nice, I would say like a thinner, crispy fry.
Yeah. No, I don't want steak fries.
That's too heavy.
That's a whole meal right there.
That's too heavy for a wing side.
If we're doing fries, we're either doing just like some skinny straight fries or waffle fries.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
Yep. Yeah. Honestly, I'm not. We could have a whole discussion about fries. I'm not even a big proponent for like thick steak fries.
Honestly, steak fries are kind of overrated.
It's too much.
If you're gonna give me steak fries, give me like 5 max. Okay?
Yeah.
Because those things are a loaf of bread. Okay, yeah. They're so thick and filling. By the time I eat a double stacked burger, I don't want to sit there and eat 25 humongous steak fries.
I just want to have some little crispy boys.
Yeah. And that's why waffle fries, they're light. They're they're enjoyable. Same with the straight fries,
Yeah, honestly, yeah. That's another thing. Like onion rings, if I see waffle fries, I'm like, yo, I'm getting
I don't care
those.
where I'm at. If they got waffle fries, it's on site. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm getting waffle fries instantly.
So you're a real one if you serve waffle fries.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the steak fries, that's like second to mozzarella sticks in like thickness.
Okay, but I have nothing against mozzarella sticks.
No, yeah, I'm just saying you're not gonna eat more than like 3 or 4 mozzarella
Okay,
sticks.
yeah, okay, yeah.
If you eat more than just a few of them, like,
and then it's like, bro, just get that as a meal. What are you doing?
That's too filling.
Yeah.
So I guess we're setting onion rings and
waffle fries, and cheese curds.
Cheese curds
are honestly all three great options for
great
the
options.
perfect chicken wing side.
Wing side.
And this doesn't count as side, but like we said, a little bit of carrot and ranch never hurt nobody.
Nobody.
So, you can't go wrong there.
There it is. So literally,
what have we learned today? Okay.
Literally everything we just laid out. Just once again list that perfect meal.
Yeah. What we've discussed today is out of at least from our opinion, the top dogs are Buffalo Wild Wings and Wingstop, some Corpo wings, okay? The best sauces are, mix a little bit of heat with a little bit of flavor, talking about Korean spice, or a little or a little GP, garlic parmesan. Drums are superior. Boneless is superior. And we just talked about the sides. I feel like that's a solid meal. Okay?
That's a solid meal.
I'll eat that every weekend.
There you go. I mean, you throw in
a nice refreshing Coke.
Maybe even a little brewski.
A little bit of brewski. You got yourself a Friday night right there.
There we go. Pretty solid. Yeah. I feel like that's our comprehensive wing preferences and just setting the record straight of how it should be.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all you gotta say on the
I feel like
topic?
that sets the stage for the wing conversation. I feel like we said all we need to say.
That we'll set it at that then. So yeah, we're passionate about wings.
I hope you are too.
Hope you are too. You got recommendations? Let us know. You know friends who like wings? Share this episode with them. So that'll do for the wing discussion.